What's up guys, welcome back to Tech Phantom, and in today's video let's talk about every single thing which you need to know about the Galaxy S23 Ultra and what we know so far. Now the Galaxy S23 will indeed be having some of the big shoes to fill in, seeing the recent flagship performance from the Samsung's S22 lineup, and this also comes as the Galaxy S22 and the 22 Plus was a very minor iteration upgrade from the previous generation, and the 22 Ultra didn't have any kind of a problem as it was indeed filling the shoes of the Galaxy Note series. Now the Galaxy S22 Ultra was indeed a good smartphone, but about the Galaxy S23, the full swing, what we know about this smartphone is that the Plus and the vanilla S23 will be having a very similar design as seen previously by the Galaxy S22 lineup. But in terms of the other things, such as the processor will be a major upgrade with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 which you will be getting. And according to the ICE universe, the Galaxy S23 Ultra will also be having a minor dimension changes, and there's also slight things that the bezels will increase in the S23 Ultra. Well, increasing the bezels doesn't make any sense considering if it's about the durability of the device. Apart from that, it doesn't make any sense increasing the bezels of the smartphone. Well, the smartphone will be having a larger camera module, so overall the phone will be thicker than the S22 Ultra and the previous generations. Well, the original rumors were that won't be having much of a major upgrades with the S23 Ultra, but this time around the camera upgrades will come into the play, and the camera is going to be of 200 megapixel sensor from the Samsung itself. Right now Samsung comes with the two of the parts of the Samsung's 200 megapixels camera, and these 2 megapixels are indeed from Samsung manufacturer itself. We have seen one of the notable camera increase we'll be seeing in that HP2 sensor and the HP1 and the existing HP3200 sensors from the company. Well, we have seen this sensor in the Motorola flagship smartphone in the X30 Ultra, and apart from that Samsung will also be coming with the HP3 mid-range sensor also. The HP1 sensor is going to be the larger one, and it's more refined sensor, and this is expected, and it will debut on the Motorola X30 Pro and the H30 Ultra. Well, what we also know about the display, than a Super AMOLED display, 120Hz refresh rate, a 2K resolution, and you will also be getting a LTPO 2.0 panel in this smartphone for the Ultra one. And regardless of that, the display will be remaining more of a similar to the S22 Ultra itself. Well, what we also know about this phone is that it will also be having a very much better shooting angle, and the 200 megapixel sensor will be able to shoot much more better night mode photography in the smartphone, which is again an improvement from the Galaxy S22 Ultra. Earlier, the 22 Ultra used to take 6 seconds and it take only a slightly brighter significant photo, but with the S23 Ultra it will be increasing, and the duration of taking a 6-second photo will be reduced to a much shorter time, as this time around we'll also be seeing a custom processor made specifically for the Galaxy S22 and the S23 lineup smartphones. Well, there is still a comparison to see against the Google Pixel 7 Pro and its photography department, because Google still leads its photography department with the Pixel 7 Pro, which we have seen, and it also has a better HDR performance too. And it also be no surprise if the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra remains behind that. Plus, you will also be getting a 10 megapixel of a telephoto camera, and you will in the S22 and the S22 Plus, whereas the Ultra will keep its 10 megapixel of an optical zoom, and apart from that it won't be having major other changes in the camera apart from the 200 megapixels primary sensor. Well, the Galaxy Club also again claims that the S23 and the 23 Plus will be having a 12 megapixel of an ultra wide sensor, but there is no news about the S23 ultra wide camera. But again, we don't expect any change in this smartphone too. Well, moving forward again with the smartphone is that the AI enhancement, then it will be having a major AI enhancement for the 100x zoom and for the overall performance of the phones. As we have seen in the One UI 5.0, it is Samsung is getting its animation games much better, and this time around it will also be increasing again as we are seeing with the smartphone, and the One UI 5.2 will be going on to the other smartphone softwares with launch of the S23 lineup smartphones. Well, the Galaxy S23 lineup is indeed coming with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 as earlier, but the additional performance and power will give it a huge boost in the performance of the camera, as we have seen the custom versions, not previously exactly in the Android department, but this will be again an idea to improve the performance of the smartphone. Well, what do you think about this smartphone and overall its performance? What you can expect from this smartphone, as we have also discussed its Geekbench scores earlier in a video, and the dedicated video you can find that in the card above or in the link in the description below. And overall, the pricing of the smartphone will also be remain to be unchanged. We can see a slight price drop in the Galaxy S23 and the Galaxy S23 PLus, but the Galaxy S23 Ultra will remain at $1,200 in the market, and it will be again a decent push from the Samsung for the S23 Ultra lineup smartphone. Now, what do you think about this? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and if you like this video, give this video a thumbs up, thumbs down based on your opinion, and I'll see you in the very next one. Thanks for watching.